Hi Scorpio, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. I want to start out with saying that today I will do extended. At least I'm ready to do them if I feel like it's the next logical step to do them. I won't force another reading just cause. But if it makes sense to do an extended to maybe clarify something to go deeper into the message, then I'll do that. And if I feel like I don't have enough time, which usually is the reason. I feel like always the 15 minutes, like I don't have enough time to say whatever I want to say. Yeah, and Scorpio is Skorpionen in Swedish. I am Swedish, and therefore I will throw in a few Swedish words here and there, maybe where I feel like it might need some clarification. But the Swedish peeps are really good at understanding, so you guys will be all fine. I know also that there's something where you can click on a little button, and at least you get the English text. Sometimes it's easier to follow what I'm saying if the English, even though it's not Swedish text, it's sometimes easier to understand. Only there might be a few words that are not what I'm saying, but it might help you. It's not a typical tarot reading. It's not that card, like the card is not telling me what's going on. The card is giving me ideas and hints, and it's just an inspiration for my own intuition. So that's why I'm using these cards. And I'm going to try to show them to you as fast as I can. I got a bit of a comment, excuse me, a little feedback in the comment section saying that he or she wanted to see the cards faster. And I think that's true. I think I probably look at it really long before I show you guys. Only the reason is because it's so harsh to say, but it's not really for you, and it might not even make sense what I'm saying, because whatever you see on the picture might not match that at all. But I'll show you if that's what you want. So Scorpio, let's see what's going on with you this week and what you might need to hear. Some guidance for Scorpio. Here's one. There's two. There might be another card that wants to come out. Let's see. Did you guys have this last week? At least you had it before. Anyway, it's my peacock card. And the peacock to me is just the most beautiful. Like this, the first card that I draw is always like the baseline. It's always like the basics. What feels to me like this is what we are talking about, like for this reading. And the next is sort of just coloring. I want to go back, and it feels like I say that. So probably we have been talking about relationships before. You're going into a relationship. You've been waiting for a relationship. I feel like I want to go back to talk about a relationship that is on your mind. There might be a relationship that you can't let go of. There might be a relationship that you really want to happen. Either you're single and you really want a relationship to happen, or you recently broke up, or it might not even be recently, but you might have broken up, and it's a relationship that you sort of can't let go, or they're still clear in your mind, and you sort of have them still there with you. And then I want to say it's nothing wrong to think of a person that you love, and that's just a beautiful thing to keep them around in your head and in your mind and in your energy. But if you think about them and adding a feeling of I can't have them, I can't be with them, I feel sad that I'm not with them, there's no way that I'm ever going to get them back. If that is the energy that surrounds the situation, you won't get that person back, and you're hindering yourself from getting even to another one. So just look into that a bit, like check in with yourself and see what's going on, if this resonates with you. Are you hung up on a relationship? And it might not even be like, it doesn't have to be that you're calling them or texting them, or even that they're like reaching out to you in any way. But if you have them around, like in your energy, and if you think about them every once in a while, do they come up in your head, then that's just fine. But if there's like a constant I can't let them go and it sucks, then sort of check in with yourself and do a little do a little dropping of it, because then it's like it's not really healthy and it's not really helpful to what you're trying to create right now. And that is a beautiful relationship that you want to create, and it's really ready for you. It really is ready for you. So let's see what the other card says. Yeah, so this is really the Scorpio card, which is funny. Like, okay, so just look at her, and I feel like that's you, and don't confuse the lady. It can also be for a man. And this card is called Self-Reliance, and it's underneath it says, don't be afraid to fly solo. And next to the Peacock card, which on the bottom I didn't say that, but it says raise your standards. Those two together, I feel they're not counterproductive. That one is like raise your standards and really want that relationship, and the other one says don't be afraid to fly solo. It's like it's two different stories, but I don't feel that. It feels like whatever relationship you've been in, or even if you're in a relationship right now, I feel like you guys have the right to say, I deserve more. Which means either you've come from a long, like if either you had a history with relationships that sort of just never went where you wanted it to go, or you just never felt like you hit the home run, or like this is home and here's where I'm gonna stay. And if you thought that, then it still didn't, and then it feels like you almost started to be happy with whatever was given to you. And that is sad, Scorpio, because you're worth what you're worth, right? So I feel like if you raise your standards, meaning you have the right to wish for whatever you want to wish for. And I actually said that to somebody else, another sign that I can't remember now. I said something along the lines with, imagine your most fantasy-like Hollywood character, or even like the most famous person that you know of. Like, you don't have to even, like, okay, so I don't know which year you were born. Maybe you don't even know who Cindy Crawford is, but if, for instance, you have a crush on Cindy Crawford, or you did when you were it's just telling of my age, because I know who she is. She was the bomb back in the day, and she still is, I'm sure. I don't know today, but I'm sure with that kind of gene. Anyway, yeah, so it feels like if you had a crush on her, if you thought that was like, oh man, whoever could be with that person. And I don't just mean the superficial, like, you know what I mean. If you reach for a person that feels out of your league, they're not. You can have whoever you like. And it's not, I'm going to have her, I'm going to have him, or I'm going to get her. It's not like that. It's just like you are deserving of a person that truly, truly meets your standards, that whatever you think would be the perfect relationship, you have the right to have. And whatever is below that, gotta go. Okay, so if you've been invested your brains out in every relationship that you've been in, and you feel like there's it's not been anything coming back to you, or that they truly haven't understood you, or maybe you didn't understand them, you have become very clear about what you want. Okay, so you know by now that you want somebody that sort of can. And Scorpio is a bit, I mean, I love Scorpio. I would say that all my exes almost have been Scorpios, and my son, one of them, because I have another son now, is a Scorpio. And so I know what it takes for Scorpio to be open. You sort of have to tickle them a bit to get the information out of them. You have to draw whatever emotion is going on, because it's so deep. It's always so deep. And think I'm good at it. I think when you understand the Scorpio is yummy. Like you're a yummy bunch, and I just I just love you guys. I love your energy, and when you are understanding yourself a bit more, when you have done a bit of soul searching, and when you have matured a bit, and if you're a man in Scorpio, maybe you needed even some more maturity, then you are like on fire. You're so relationship material once you get yourself. When you don't get yourself, you can be a bit tough to be around, because then you keep all those emotions bundled up, and it's sort of hard to read I didn't mean read, but also read you, but reach you. And it feels like you have started to come home in your own, and that's what the second card, don't be afraid to fly solo, the second card that says self-reliance, is talking about. That you don't have to be afraid to stand alone. You don't have to be afraid to be single, or to be single in a relationship. Like really creating your own thing, like your own powerhouse life next to your partner. Like you don't have to be the other half of that person, or you don't have to be alone when you're not with a partner. Like you can build yourself up, and you can be super strong on your own. And I feel like there's maybe for some of you guys like just 2 more days. So we're not talking, I'm being silly, because it might be more than 2 days, but I'm telling you, it might be 2 weeks, or it might be 2 months. It's not that too long time, but it feels like it could be a couple of more hours of soul searching, a couple of more. And I don't mean that in the sense that you don't know who you are. I mean that in the sense of really getting to understand what you want. What is it that you need? If you for everybody talks about not being so selfish and not being so egotistical. And man, have I, being a Leo, I've been a douchebag when it comes to being egotistical. I can admit to that. Yeah. However, for 2 seconds, allow yourself to be selfish, allow yourself to be egotistical, and think about what you want and what you need. And even if you want, write it down, like make it clear for yourself. This is what I need in a relationship to feel good and to thrive and to feel like I matter and that I can bloom with somebody, that you don't shut down or start to follow the other person as soon as somebody else comes in, because it's such you so want for your partner to feel good and be appreciated and all of that, and that is perfect. Only when it starts to drown yourself out, not so good anymore. Okay, so let's pick another card and see what's going on here for you, Scorpio, with this beautiful person that is about to enter your life, or this person that you're living with, that you're about to enter like the next chapter. Some guidance for the Scorpio, please. There we go. Boom. So, show you guys. This card is called Choices. And if you see in the backdrop of the card, there's a blood moon. It's like a super moon. It's a red and pink. And it is just talking about make the best choices, and coming from where we come from this with this reading, and make the best choices. And she's holding, like in her hand, she's holding a couple of unicorns, like a couple, there's 2 unicorns. The choice is for you to decide. That's what I mean. Go inwards and decide what it is that you want, what feels true and what feels right to you. You have that right. And something around the moon, the blood moon, maybe look into that. How short of a time is that away for you? Then things are gonna start moving, or you will see a person coming into your life. People, it's time. I will definitely go deeper into this. I will look into who your person is, and if that sounds exciting, join me on the link below. Come over to the extended version if you want. If you feel like, no, this was perfect, this is all I needed for this week. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you back next week. Please subscribe, Scorpio, if you haven't. Take care. Bye.